Hello everyone and thanks for hanging out with me. Does the Kia EV6 have a battery problem? That is the question. So I've been told that there's a video of someone in Norway having a problem with the Kia EV6 at a high power charger, that it didn't charge it well. And I had the car this Saturday, 2 days ago, and I had a similar problem. And I want to go through this and show you a bit of footage how it was from the live stream and my charging video. And there will be other videos about the EV6, of course. You can check them out here. First I drove the car, I did my drive review test, how is the suspension, everything, went on the highway, gave full throttle with it was an all-wheel drive big battery, a 77.4 kilowatt hour, and like I said, I used all the motors in full power in sport mode. I drove top speed, checked how the noise is at 130, 150 and so on. I charged at 84%. And I got 92 kilowatt, which is amazing. And the charging curve goes down a bit. At 99, it's 11 kilowatt or something, but it's still amazing. Really amazing. And then I did my range test with it at 130 kilometers an hour. So GPS speed, the car shows 133. And I drove 133 most of the time, but there was construction as well. And I started at around 9 degrees and I ended at around 5 degrees. I drove from 100% to 11. My average speed was 115. I didn't give it full power, not at all, but I used power. It was uphill, it was downhill. Yes, it was construction, but it was acceleration. So I used the battery. There was usage, so it wasn't standing still and it wasn't too cold. And after it was 11%, I drove off and drove it down to 5% or 7%, something like this. And I gave it a bit more power again. So I floored it a few times. And then I went to the charger, plugged it in, and I got 70 kilowatt. 72 or something, and I'm like, what is this? That's a bit low. And I know that even with the Ioniq 5 at the beginning it's a bit low, and then it goes up, and then at 18% or something it goes up to above 200 kilowatts. So it's awesome. I've seen it with the Ioniq 5 at 12 degrees around in June. And so it only went to 70%. Then I stopped the charging and started it again. Maybe it's something to do with the communicating with the charger, but again I only got 77 kilowatts. So I changed the charger and I got 118 kilowatt or something. So this was better, but I don't think it was the charger, because I went back in and I saw that in the battery symbol in the instrument cluster there was a snowflake in the battery symbol. A snowflake after driving 280 kilometers with an average speed of 115, mostly 133, and then at 9 to 5 degrees, and then flooring it a few times, and then it was 3 degrees when I started to drive. I cannot believe that the battery would cool down that much. And it took to 24-25%, and then the snowflake symbol was gone, and then I got 200 kilowatt, 198 or something, and then the curve was normal. And that is really weird. So the whole charging session was 60 minutes or so, because in the beginning it was slower than it should be. It's still amazing, but what I have a problem with it, that I used the car, it wasn't that cold, it was not like 0 degrees, and the car was parked outside for many hours, so the battery will cool down. The battery is a heavy thing, it takes time to cool down, and it wasn't that cold before, and I used it shouldn't cool down. And so let me say I drive long distance with the car at 5 degrees outside temperature, for 200 kilometers at 130, but does it mean I have a cold battery then? And I cannot charge fully? So what I need for long distance, I find it a bit not good. And what if it's 0 degrees? And by the way, winter mode was on, but I think winter mode, so heating up of the battery is at lower temperature. So when the battery is under 0 degrees, not even outside temperature, the battery itself has to be 0 degrees. It was in the Kona. There was levels. I don't know what it is now for the EV6. And I didn't see anything that the battery care is taking any power, but I also didn't look too much. But let's say it's 0 degrees in Norway and you're going long distance. And you cannot drive 130. How does this happen? So I'm hoping that Kia is working on a software update right now, so that the car is getting a battery heater on when you navigate to a charger, because you need that if you cannot warm up the battery at 5 degrees outside temperature at 130 to get full charging speed. I find it not so amazing. I'm sorry. Other than that, the car was great. It had a few glitches that I've seen. The heat at some point was not working, even though the heat button was on. And I went through the drive modes, and then at some point it worked. And even in eco mode, there should be reduced heating, but still heat. And the state of charge wasn't that low, so that the heat would be completely off. And the other thing was at in eco mode, only the rear motor should usually work. But I've seen it even without flooring it, just using it a bit, that all motors did something. So I think this drive mode thing, sometimes there's a software glitch in there. But that's okay. Hopefully Kia will fix that. They need to. Hey Kia, fix this. It's important. I doubt they will do it before the winter, so a lot of Kia EV6 drivers will notice that. Okay, that's it from me. Thank you much for watching. Have a great day and take care. Bye.